from this gold medal game, shout outs to Steph as usual. Just that babyface assassin. Just he said night night on the entirety of France today, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, there were ridiculous shots, and if the IOC wouldn't take them down, we would, just insert some highlights of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
ridiculous clutch time shots right here. But I mean, I don't know what else you can say about this guy. He's the greatest shooter ever, and it's not close. And I don't know that it will be close for a very, very, very long time because he's just such a ridiculous player. And again, if anyone else takes those shots, I'm benching them. I don't care if you make it or not.
Yeah, take him off. Yeah. What was
That's what
Embiid's stat line?
Steph shots felt like. I think he finished with like
How
4
many
points.
buckets?
Oh,
I just
yeah.
saw
Were any of
76
them
to
on
spend.
field
They're still
goals?
victory lapping. It's like, okay, he
Oh
didn't
my
even make a
gosh.
field goal in the gold medal match, but like, fair enough.
He only played 11 minutes in this
Yeah.
game also. And, someone said that, Jason Tatum also got some Make-A-Wish minutes as well. The politics of Team USA's rotations have been really, I think, fascinating to watch
Mm.
because you had people like Dave Portnoy coming out yesterday and saying that he was rooting for Team France really hard. He's a big Boston Celtics fan because Jason Tatum was getting so horribly disrespected by receiving any DNPs from Steve Kerr on this team. And then, he comes out in the gold medal game and kind of lays an egg. He and Ant were the only players who lost their minutes in this game. Tatum in particular didn't really provide much of a spark, coming off the bench for his limited time. So that was just pretty rough. I don't know, Wes, do you have a take on that whole controversy of playing time and,
I don't
rotation
know if this.
decisions?
I think Celtics fans have just made it something it's not. It's like,
Yeah.
you've got KD is guaranteed to play, and he delivered pretty much every game. LeBron delivered every game. Those are two of the forwards. And then you had, I guess the difference is they had the likes of Booker and White and Holiday, and they had about 4 guards in the rotation. They sometimes had 3 guards on at the same time, Steph as well and Ant. So that's where Tatum could have got the minutes, but at the same time, he wasn't knocking down jumpers. Booker was defending really well. You didn't need his size as much because there wasn't those. Tatum's so good because you can put him on anyone defensively, but there wasn't those 6'10" like Franz Wagner's where you want that Tatum kind of matchup. Booker was comfortable guarding most of the opposition team's best perimeter players at times when Holiday wasn't on the floor, and he was considerably better shooting the ball, playmaking, and everything than what Tatum did. So I don't know where the minutes were going to come from. I guess White maybe, but even towards the end, I don't think he played really at all in the last few games, did he?
Yeah, I think Derek White was limited the last couple of games as
Yeah.
well. And Jason Tatum, like you're mentioning with all of the things that Booker was able to contribute, Jason Tatum was struggling in particular with his jump shot. I don't think he made a single jump shot through the Olympics or the exhibition
Hmm.
games. I think
Hey.
that's the actual stat, which is really rough. So that shooting slump that he was in the playoffs has seemed to continue in through half the off season here. Maybe he just needs some time off.
Yeah, you can't expect him to. He's still in his championship hangover.
Yeah.
That's
come on, man.
true.
Like the
Championship
Nuggets had a
hangover.
hangover playoffs. So the
Oh my
Olympics was
God.
right after the
Well, the
finals.
the team Germany had a championship hangover Olympics.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
for
what
sure.
actually happened.
Yeah, they sold out for the World Cup, which is fine. It's great, good for them. You have all this drama, and yet Tyrese Halliburton had an amazing tweet where he tweeted, the group project, the student who does absolutely nothing and still gets an A, and he's holding up the gold medal. He was like, it was the perfect end to all this drama where he's actually taking it in stride and having a good personality about it.
I think the difference is Tatum at this stage, because he's been around for so long. It's like they thought he would be at this point, going back to last year or whatever, it was seen as he was going to be almost the face of the team, but he just didn't deliver. He's still a great player. I think the narratives have gone too far either way, where it's like he needs minutes. Well, no, if he's not delivering.
Did
but
Tatum play last summer?
No, he played in the Olympics 4 years ago. They probably
Okay.
would have won if he played, to be
Yeah.
honest, because they needed a forward. They had like 4 guards out there,
Yeah,
like
they
Austin
needed some
Reeves and
size.
Jalen Brunson and Anthony
Yes.
Edwards all at the
They were
same
playing
time.
Austin Reeves and Tyrese Halliburton together.
and
Like,
Jalen Brunson sometimes.
no, I agree with that, and I think that Tatum in particular is just such an interesting, like, story of a player to follow because of, this reputation that's been built up for him and the fact that he, has been, like, this really good player that has, I think, earned the accolades that he has, but on this really good team, but hasn't necessarily lived up to, this, like, top 5 player expectation that's been put on him because everyone thinks like, oh, well, naturally that's the next step, right? Kind of
Mm.
like what we're talking about with Wemby, like, how do we get him to the next phase? And I think the fact that he's in such a big media market with very opinionated fans that do want to have a guy that they can like go to war for. So they kind of like maybe jumped the gun on it a little bit
Yeah.
with Jason Tatum.
I
A
think it
little bit.
was like they were waiting on because he was so good for so long, and it's like, oh, once he wins the championship, that's now he's
Right.
crowned. And he won the championship, but it's like he was still good, but
Like
did it make you think he's
46%
better than
true
Luka
shooting in the
or
finals.
Jokic
It's
or
like,
even Shea? No, I wouldn't have said that.
right.
No.
You still thought of him as the same kind of player, which is still a top 10 player, but doesn't mean he's the best in the league just because he won the championship.
And to the audience, please remember to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and leave us a review. We're on all the audio platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music. Share us with your friends, share us with your family, share us with your enemies, share us with your family's enemies. Follow us on Instagram now. We're posting shorts on TikTok and reels on Instagram as well at What's in a Game NBA. We also have a new clips channel on YouTube for people that just like those quick hits. It's at What's in a Game NBA Clips on YouTube. And always remember that winning is fun and losing sucks.